Hey kids, this is Kalir. Let's play DoomRL. We have Not Beat with us today. We have Tefari this time. Yeah, you should say things.
Oh, good evening, Talking Time. I was waiting for an introduction.
Oh, well then. You are now introduced and we are now in a place.
Indeed. So this isn't Tuhu. What's going on? I'm confused.
You're a bad person.
I'm sorry. I mean, I suppose you're supposed to be dodging bullets in this game.
Yes.
Ostensibly.
But they're actual bullets, and sometimes missiles, and sometimes giant plasma energy balls. And not that other thing, which we're not talking about here because it's not nearly manly enough.
Rawr. So I got about halfway into the video before I had to go put stuff away. So I remember this part. This part's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're berserk, and there's nothing here. I'm not sure why I did that.
So, can you hold the orbs, or...?
As soon as you pick up a power-up, then it's immediately used.
Alright, so I guess what you should have done was lure the Hell Knights into the room and then use the orb.
That would have been good, but then I'd have to deal with dodging the Hell Knights with all those explosive barrels around. And that's not... That would take too long, and it's kind of risky, and it's not really what I want to do.
Fair enough.
Anyway...
This is why you're the one in control.
Yeah. On the subject of the power-ups, though, I've been talking about doing challenge runs lately, and there's one challenge run that, rather than just like the supercharge orbs and the health orbs and whatever being instantly used when you pick them up, there's one called, I think, Angel of Impatience or something, that you also use med packs and the like as soon as you pick them up.
That sounds pretty amazing. So, all those kinds of weird, wacky achievements are recognized by the game?
They have a specific challenge game list off to the side, and you can select the kind of challenge you want to play, and they'll give you like medals and stuff for clearing certain kinds of challenges.
And so it would automatically apply, the med kit's applying automatically
yes.
at all times?
Yes.
Excellent. I like that kind of stuff.
This is especially hilarious if you choose to pick up a thermonuclear bomb.
Oh, I think so. Basically, that becomes a death trap.
Yes, you have like 10 seconds to live in game.
Excellent.
It's hilarious, and you should totally do it, but don't expect to survive unless you are invincible at the time.
I think my cat thinks I'm going insane.
Well, you are commenting on DoomRL, so you might be insane already.
No, dude, this is extremely entertaining, and I'm not just like saying that.
Right now, we are in a place full of crates. Seriously, there's so many crates in here. I'm not sure why.
See, I didn't even know which symbol is the crate.
The crates are just like walls, except you can see they're like little 3x3 or 2x2 walls that are colored.
Wow, so they're like big crates. I see.
Yes, and the difference between crates and normal walls is that you can destroy crates even with just like normal shots and stuff. Like you can see a bunch of the crates on the left are damaged.
That scared me when that happened. I was like, oh, what'd you just do?
I died, and by that I mean I went to the next level. Anyway, we are getting pretty close to getting the master trait for this character.
I saw that you got a power-up coming up soon.
It is a pretty awesome power-up because it lets you overheal by using med packs. Ah, hell, these guys.
It was pretty cool. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think you handled things pretty well. At least as far as I saw.
Yeah, take that, dude. I'm fireproof. Your missiles mean nothing to me now. And now I fire the missiles at you. Those are revenants. They're jerks.
It's nice that they're represented by a big R. That's good for me.
Yeah, it's very easy to tell when you see a revenant, and they're one of the like, this is something you need to pay attention to right now enemies. One of many.
You know, I was thinking when I was watching this, it really does seem like it did a pretty damn good job of representing the whole Doom experience.
It's very good. This is better than most roguelikes, I think.
I mean, not that I was expecting it to be bad, but more that it actually feels like it really does represent the tension and the way that Doom plays out. There's a bit less running backwards screaming, but you know.
In unrelated news, that guy just dropped an Onyx armor, and I am so happy with that.
I saw that. And I was like, that looks extremely shiny.
It's very shiny, because you see, with most armor you have like a 2/2 or whatever that indicates durability. This one doesn't have that.
Yeah, what does that 2 next to it mean?
That's how much armor it provides. And unlike like the fireproof red armor, which has 4/4, Onyx armor is indestructible.
Ha 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 ha. Because it said it was extremely resistant. And I was like, well, that sounds useful.
Yes. This is like one of the happiest things I could hope to find as far as random items go, because
That's
love
pretty much what I expected to hear. I was like, yes. And this is the power-up that I was wondering about.
Yes, we are the survivalist now. It does something weird with your resistances that lets you ignore damage some of the time that I don't really know. The more important thing is we can overheal with med packs, and we're going to do that right now. So check this out. We're at what?
So that's why you started popping med packs like crazy.
Yeah, we're at 136 health. Now we're at 162%. Now we're at 189%.
That's extraordinarily useful.
Yes, it is. That gets like it. I don't even know how much health. I think the default health without being overhealed for survivalist characters is 90, so I think we're at like 170 or something now.
189 it looks like.
189%, yes, but it's percent represented, but you have like numerical hit points like in conventional roguelikes. Also, we're invincible now.
I thought that was incredibly convenient right here. The invulnerability girl right before the lava.
Yeah, that's totally helpful.
I was like, man.
And then we can just run up and we could like punch imps to death if we wanted to, but I don't know, I like expediency. And that barrel exploded and we don't care.
I see your shotgun does 8d3, that's pretty righteous.
That is, but the problem with shotguns is that they have a shrapnel damage type, so even though they have very respectable damage like that, enemies will double their armor value against shotguns.
Oof.
Which for most enemies isn't a big deal, because most don't have armor. But on, like, the Revenants, those guys have really high armor. And if you get a Baron of Hell that is actually wearing armor that it's found, then you're just not going to be able to do pretty much anything with a shotgun against it.
That's no fun. So what other equipment are you rocking at this point? I see you have the BFG.
Yeah, that's tons of fun.
D10.
We also, aside from our tactical shotgun, we have a chain gun, which is just generally useful for when we're dealing with tough guys that are just on their own, like Barons of Hell or whatever. And we have a rocket launcher, which I don't actually use rocket launchers that much normally. They can be very useful, but I prefer to use them for just opening walls and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like bombs.
Yeah, sort of.
In a way.
Except it is bombs that you shoot out of a gun, because this is Doom.
Why wouldn't you?
Anyway, we're just about done on this floor. Oh, this place seems fun. There's cacodemons all over the place.
Yeah, this place looks kind of dangerous.
The thing about these levels is that there's only one enemy type, and the terrain is very uneven and full of like lava or acid or whatever. So we're gonna want to get to cover pretty soon.
Yeah, there's way too much open space for my tastes.
Yeah, this is somewhat better, but there's still guys all over the place trying to shoot us. I mean, we're doing okay. We have plenty of armor and plenty of health.
I mean, I noticed that you weren't in any real danger, but still, these things can go south in like 2 turns.
Yeah, they can, especially if we're dealing with, say, Arachnotron caves. Because then you have lasers everywhere and you can't just easily dodge them because they're firing too many shots to dodge. And there's some more mod packs. I'm going to use those. I'm not going to hoard them. I'm going to use them. I'm not sure on what yet, though.
Yeah, how many more floors do you need to get down?
I just broke the game somehow. I got an accident.
Yeah, what happened here?
I have no idea. No, wait, I do know what happened here is... Yeah, and then it does this if you get a glitch, but what happened is... You know we were using a shell box to reload ammo, right?
Yes.
It's equipped to our secondary slot, and it lets us reload faster. What happens is, if you try to do a full reload on a tactical shotgun when you don't have enough ammo in your shell box to reload it, then it'll crash the game like that.
Because it tries to put in like a value that's not there or something?
That's exactly what happens.
Gotcha. Well, it's a good thing it saved, I mean.
Yeah, it could have gone a lot worse. It could have deleted our whole save. Oh yeah, it could have done that, but no. It just says, okay, tell you what, we'll reset the floor and pretend that didn't happen.
And that's legit, I guess. But I kind of wish the game was coded a bit better, but...
Well, it is actually pretty well handled.
Well, it's not that it's bad, but...
And they have had that brought to their attention. This is kind of bad. Don't want to fight two of those guys right next to two exploding barrels. I want that invincibility.
Yeah, this looks like it could be kind of bad.
Haha, we made it! Now you are all doomed! Alright. And we're just going to return fire on them. Yeah, take that. Explosives.
How fortuitous.
Yeah, very much so.
So are there any kind of power-ups or traits that you can pick up that make those kind of things spawn more often?
There's no way to manipulate the spawn rates of power-ups like that, I think. However, if you're playing as a Marine class like we are, then they'll last an extra 50% longer than with other classes. So that's something.
So I thought it felt like these things lasted extraordinarily a long time.
Yeah, we're playing as a Marine, so we can get a lot of use out of them, which is very good for if you're trying to do the secret ending for this.
Oh, what's that?
Well, you have to be invincible, and you need a thermonuclear bomb for the final boss.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's also incredibly hard to do without abusing luck or doing some really hard optional areas, which might not even spawn, so it's still luck-based even to that extent.
Fair enough, fair enough. And does that unlock anything permanently, or is that just, for bragging rights?
I don't think it unlocks anything. I think it's just to show off that you are really awesome at this game.
You're a total badass.
Of course, some people have done this many times because...
Where are the stairs?
There's more stairs? Where?
I was saying, where were the stairs?
I have no idea. Anyway, there was something really valuable on this level. We got that level feeling when we first entered, so I'm going to go find that before I continue onward.
Probably a good idea.
It's got to be around here somewhere. Wear the onyx armor so we don't get caught in any wayward explosions to damage our stuff. I think I could probably mod the onyx armor, but I don't have anything I really want to use on it yet. Maybe a power mod. Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
The Hellwave pack.
What's this shiny thing do?
It's a consumable item, so you only use it once. But when you do use it, anything that is around you is pretty much screwed. It just explodes them to the death.
Even the Cyber Demon?
I think it won't instantly kill the Cyber Demon, but it will hurt it a lot. So that's pretty respectable. Anyway, let's go berserk before we head to the next floor.
Excellent.
Aha! This is the Phobos Hellgate.
Yes.
I'm very glad to have the onyx armor at this point. Anyway.
Go ahead.
I think at this point what we just want to do is get the most out of our berserk. Normally I like to blast open the walls and take out some of the enemies before they collapse here. But I think I'm going to do this.
Boom. Well, I'm sad that everything's still alive.
Well, those guys were probably outside of the range of the Hellwave. I probably should have waited for them to get closer. I wasn't in any real danger.
Yeah.
It was just awesome, so why not do it?
It was quite the effect, jeez.
It also blew open that wall on the other side completely, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go gear up for the next part of this area, because you remember what's over here, don't you?
Maybe? It's
happened in other videos we've gotten this far, but what's over there is basically the gatekeepers of hell.
Oh, fun. How many of them are there?
There's just 2, but they're big and they're mean and they're... When I was first playing this game, I just made it a policy to use all my power cell shots on BFG shooting them because I didn't quite trust myself to survive against them normally. And I'm still going to do that here, maybe. I'm not sure I have enough firepower without it to take them on.
Oh, they're that strong, huh?
They're pretty strong, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Just get to this wall and...
Right.
There he is, the Bruiser Brother.
Yeah. Boom.
I think we hit one of them. Maybe we hit both of them.
You scratched it.
Alright, we're done here. Bird clock. Be quiet. There's no place for birds in hell.
Hellbird.
Hellbirds are the most dangerous kinds of birds. Anyway, let's see if we can't take that guy down. Oh wait, we're out of armor. Maybe we should get behind cover now. And by get behind cover, I mean explode them even more. Okay, now we get behind cover because we're out of ammo.
I was gonna say, don't blow up all the cover now.
Here we go. Back up, buddy.
Oh, jeez.
Said back up.
It's a good thing your armor can absorb that blast.
Yeah. It can absorb a ton of punishment because it's invincible. And there, we took him out. How about that?
Sweet. Most excellent.
Let's go stock up and then prepare to go into hell itself. Let's see, how much stuff do we have anyway? I think we don't really need the rockets that are back there, but we have plenty of inventory space, so we may as well take them.
I was gonna say, you may as well, you know. As long as it's not gonna weigh you down too much.
Nah, there's no encumbrance or anything like that. Anyway, yeah. This has been Let's Play DoomRL. I'm Kalir, and this is Tefari, and next time, hell!
Everyone have a good night.